everybody. Let's go ahead and take our seats and get this party started. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the official grand opening of Bamford Elementary School. We are ready to fly. So my name is Alyssa Poudre, and I am honored to be the principal of this amazing new school and the MC for today's event. Before we begin, there are an incredible amount of very, very important people here today that deserve recognition. With the sheer number of you here, I will call you by group to stand and be recognized in no particular order. First and foremost, in attendance with us today is the Bamford family. We have Vicki Bamford, Gary's wife, Josie and her husband Josh, and Josie and her husband Greg, and Josh. You know. This school is dedicated to you. Gary's legacy will forever live in this school, and we are so happy to have you a part of our family. Please stand to be recognized. I also know that there are many of you here today because Gary touched your life in one way or another. Can you please stand? We're happy you're here with us. Okay. We have Windsor, Loveland, and Fort Collins mayors and city dignitaries, PSD school board members, PSD cabinet members, Poudre School District construction, district staff that helped with design and naming of this school, and other district officials related to this project. If this is you, please stand to be recognized. Next, none of what you see behind and around me could have been possible without the incredible and innovative design of our talented architecture firm, HCM. I have honestly never seen such a majestic school as Bamford is. Your talent and vision is inspiring. Will you please stand? HCM. They're waving. The next important team is our construction company, Sampson. This team has worked around the clock to get this building ready, even through a global pandemic. An impressive feat that you should be proud of. Will you please stand, members of Sampson? Another very special thank you to our furniture company, BC Interiors, specifically Scott, Kyle, Chris, and Shelby, for your design, dedication, and support to make sure we have the coolest furniture package around. BC Interiors. Give us a wave. There they are. Next, I'd like to recognize the Bamford staff, the original wolf pack, who has poured their hearts and souls into this school so we can make it the very best place for teaching, learning, growing, and most importantly, having fun. Bamford staff, please stand to be recognized. Another group that deserves recognition is our Bamford Pto. They have been working very hard behind the scenes to make sure families have opportunities to connect. They're already creating fundraisers to support efforts at school and organizing an epic bash that they're probably out there setting up right now as I speak. But PTO, if you are here, would you please stand to be recognized? Yes, there we go. Hi, Del. Next, any kiddos in the audience, this is your all for you. Would you please stand up, kids? So I want you to know that hundreds, literally hundreds of hands have touched this school in a variety of ways. I would love to be able to say each by name, but we would never get to that ribbon cutting behind me. But I do need to thank a team of incredible people who have not only been great to work with, but that have become my family over the past year. Brett, Dawn, Sarah, Ashley, Brian, Matt, and Earl. There are not enough words or time to thank you for allowing me to work with you on this project. You have helped me learn a lot about construction and architecture. I know about geothermal heating and cooling, and I also know that eyelash treatment is actually fly ash treatment. So truly, I don't think there are too many people who can say they have fun at weekly OAC meetings, but I think each of us can say we have. So would you guys give a wave? I love you guys. And last but not least at all, my family. Thank you for supporting me. I'm trying to find, there you are. Thank you for supporting me through this journey. I would not be standing here today without your love and support. I love you guys. Would you guys stand up or give a wave? So, we are here today to formally dedicate this beautiful school behind me to Mr. Gary Bamford. When the Bamford name was officially approved by the Board of Education in October of 2020, I made it my mission to learn as much as I could about Gary. I have had the pleasure of talking to many people that worked with him, or knew his family. And what I learned from those conversations was that every person that encountered Gary loved him. I mean, truly loved him. I see head nodding. And in turn, a quote from his very close friend, Joe Kademi. Joe said, simply put, Gary loved us. There were common themes that arose from talking to those close to him, and those themes became my guiding principles as I looked for staff who would reflect and carry on his legacy. Those themes were a laser-focused vision on what was best for students no matter what, that treating others with kindness and making sure they felt valued matters, and the importance of laughter and having fun. This staff shares these values on a deep level, so we began a journey to explicitly build our climate and culture around values that would make Gary proud and ensure that we have a wonderful school where staff and students will know they can change the world. To my right, you see a sign that says, "Together we are stronger." This was chosen by the Bamford leadership team as our motto, because we truly believe that we can accomplish anything if we work together. I also know that as a leader, Gary valued the power of collaboration and working as teams to ensure success for all. So this motto not only reflects what we believe, but also we know what Gary Bamford believed. This school broke ground almost simultaneously alongside the impact of a global pandemic. It is an incredible representation of the need to work together to overcome challenges. But, as I learned from a close friend of Gary, he would not say challenges, he would say opportunities. So everyone on this project had the opportunity to realize that the only way to get things done is to work together. So in addition to the theme of the power of working together, we began work to determine what our mission and vision was going to be, using Gary's values as our guide. We worked with Dr. Sean Evans, who gave us the idea to use the words purpose and promise instead of mission and vision. Those words deeply resonated with us and what we believe and what we were trying to achieve. And so off we went. So at Bamford, our purpose is, together we inspire and empower the minds of today to make a difference in the world tomorrow. We promise to create an environment where everyone knows they belong, are accepted, and loved. We promise to value, model, and foster kindness and empathy. We promise to be a place where students can be curious and take risks as we search for solutions. And we promise to maintain high expectations while fostering independence, allowing students to take ownership and lead their learning. So, what will you see when you enter Bamford Elementary today? You will see a school design like you have never seen before. Intentionally designed spaces that foster collaborative experiences for all. Interior design features that reflect the beautiful mountains we are surrounded by, which is really great because Gary was a mountain man. But what you see today will only be improved by what you see starting next week, next month, and next year. You will hear kids laughing and being filled with joy. You will see kids working together and supporting each other as learners and as humans. You will find kids that see themselves as philanthropists and entrepreneurs, truly knowing that they have the power to make a difference and change the world. There's another very important feature I want to tell you about that is in the Media Center. I was given a very special gift, Gary's desk that he used throughout his career. I wanted it to be in a special place where everyone could see it. So his desk is now the circulation desk in the Media Center, which means that every child's hand will touch the desk of Mr. Bamford. Vicki, Josh, Josie, and Greg, we hope you're proud. I know I can speak on behalf of the Bamford staff and community that we are truly honored to learn and work in a school named after such an incredible and unforgettable man. We feel him here every day. You are now a part of our family forever. Thank you for sharing your day with us. Okay, I'll stop crying now, and we will move on to a series of other guest speakers today who will help us get this celebration going. So here to speak more about our new school is our amazing new superintendent, Brian Kingsley.
Good afternoon. How blessed are we to be a part of this incredible opening of school. This turnout, can you hear me okay? The turnout's absolutely incredible. It highlights the way that our PSD community, our entire local region is growing. And I'm incredibly thankful to be amongst new Bamford families and staff and community leaders from Loveland, Windsor, and Fort Collins, our local and state representatives, our PSD staff, and many more. I also want to thank our PSD Board of Education for providing me the opportunity to be here with all of you as your new superintendent, and also for instilling the vision and the hope to make dreams like this become a reality. I had an opportunity to meet Principal Pto for the first time maybe 4 weeks ago. She's pretty unforgettable, just like this school. I think we have the right leader for the right building, for the right children, and I'm really grateful that that gift will continue to live on, not just in what you see here today within the building, but within the Bamford family's name and spirit. While I never had an opportunity to meet Gary, I feel like just walking that building for the first time 3 weeks ago, I feel like I can relate to his energy, his spirit, and his commitment to ensure that his legacy of leadership and love and compassion lives on in these halls. And I'm hopeful that gift continues to provide you comfort in your hearts, as we know children will enjoy this every single day. Something that stood out to me when I first came here a couple of weeks ago is that this motto was not yet, at least I couldn't see it when I came through the construction zone, wasn't yet posted. But when you have an opportunity to walk inside, on the very other side of that same wall is another saying that says, "Together we change the world." This building is the Disney World of Loveland, in my opinion. I've only been here 5 weeks, so I have a lot of other experiences to have in this beautiful community. So there may be another Disneyland or Disney World somewhere close by, but please know, I think you're going to be pretty impressed. But, you know, that saying, "Together we change the world," I think is pretty significant, not just today, but always. The ability to connect with each other as a community. It is a difficult time, not just today, but it's been a difficult time for quite some time. Togetherness is important. So to know that this school spirit, its school culture embodies the spirit of togetherness as a founding principle, I think is incredibly significant. It's also charging us to think about change. Now, I don't know if you're anything like me, change sometimes is difficult. It's hard. Sometimes it's not about the change, it's what sometimes we're experiencing a sense of loss. But what makes this school great, in my opinion, and we haven't even gotten started yet serving children, is it's not just built on mission and vision, it's built on purpose and promise, as you heard your proud principal talk about. How significant it is to live in your purpose. To know the promise that when our families, like many of you, send your most prized possessions our way each and every day, the promise we have to not just keep them safe, but to educate them in a world-class facility with a world-class staff. That's what this system is about. this is a world-class facility. It undoes the industrial educational model that we all probably participated in. And I'm grateful that when you have an opportunity to look into it today, that it's not just a collaborative, active learning environment for our children, but it's the same for our adults. It's transformative in the way that we are not going to just be able to talk and communicate and connect with one another, but there is joy on the other side of those doors. So on behalf of our entire school system, welcome to Bamford Elementary School. I am grateful to be a part of this groundbreaking ceremony with all of you, and I'm even more excited to serve you in my new capacity as your proud superintendent. So thank you very much. I'd love to introduce all of you to the Loveland Mayor, Miss Mayor Marsh. Thank you. If you could please give her a welcome, I'd appreciate it.
Watch those tricky stairs.
It's so nice to meet you. No, it's okay.
Good afternoon, and maybe I'm the first to say welcome to Loveland. You know, it truly is a tribute to the collaboration between our cities in our northern Colorado. I see it more and more every day that we're working together and we're becoming one community. I want to thank the Poudre school system, all of the people that brought this vision to life. I want to thank the voters who supported the 2016 bond and mill levy that makes this possible. I want to thank the parents that are entrusting their most valuable gifts to this school and to the teachers that are here. I recognize how hard it is to watch our children grow up, and we trust that their teachers will be great mentors, and I believe that will happen here. It is a most unusual day because this is, in my experience, the first time we've had a Poudre school open up in the city of Loveland. So, you know, at my age, you don't get many first. This is a first. So again, thank you. When I look out and I see the children here and the children that are going to come on Monday, I see unlimited potential. I see children who can become anything they want to be, children who will have strong voices, who are going to shape our community in the future. And I know we are all going to work together to make sure that they have the support, the love, the compassion, the kindness to treat the rest of the world the way that they are going to be treated here. And so I thank everybody involved in this project, all the teachers, the staff, the parents, the construction people, Poudre School. This is a great day. I'm short speaker. I don't speak long. You're lucky. I'm not going to bake you any longer. But thank you, and again, welcome to Loveland.
Thank you, Mayor Marsh. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce PSD School Board President Christophe Fevre to share a few words.
Good afternoon, Principal Paduska, Superintendent Kingsley, Mayor Marsh, my fellow board members, and most importantly, Bamford family, students, staff, families, and community members. It is my great honor to stand here with you representing the entire board of the Poudre School District and the district itself. I stood here on February 28th of 2019, and I am going to slow down and say, yes, it was pre-pandemic. I think it is important, even on this important day of celebration, to point out that we are here. I thought we were going to be wearing masks, but we are generally wearing masks as part of the COVID pandemic. Students will look at photos of this event 50 and 100 years from now and see images of all of us wearing masks. This will help them mark history, just like we look at somewhat surreal images of history today in a sense of awe. They will likely see those images and see a sense of courage and resilience, perhaps a bit of worry and fear. But they will also see the thread that leads from us here today to their lives in the seemingly distant future. As I spoke about 18 months ago, it is in this same place, when it was only just a pile of exposed dirt, this new building, Bamford Elementary School, it will be an anchor to a growing northern community, Colorado community. This building was supported by the taxpayers of the Poudre School District because they know that school buildings like this one are foundational to our communities and to the well-being of students and families. And buildings like this will remain an anchor point for communities far, far into the future. This beautiful building is an architectural marvel. I'm just blown away by what happens in these buildings. One of the most beautiful buildings for miles around, and I certainly, Loveland, Fort Collins, all of us are really impressed with what we get out of this. We're all proud to have paid for and built this building, and because of it, it is all about our kids. It is about our dreams and our aspirations. It stands out here in the plains of northern Colorado as a landmark pointing to a future of learning and optimism in the face of big questions and problems that we face every day. And let us also acknowledge that Bamford Elementary stands here because our community is growing, because this area is a great place to live, with excellent schools and a wonderful quality of life. The kids and staff who will be in this building for years to come will be representing all of these qualities and nurturing them into a bright and vibrant future. Students, families, and staff of Bamford Elementary, as the president of the Poudre School District Board of Education and on behalf of the entire Board of Education, I am so proud to stand here with you today. As you launch into this new building, we wish you the highest quality of education, the best possible social connections, and the greatest of experiences with this school in the midst of your vibrant community. This Board of Education welcomes Bamford Elementary School into the Poudre School District family. Congratulations.
Thank you, Christoph. Next, I would like to welcome to the stage the Bamford family to share a few words.
Greg, you could come up. Well, I drew the short straw. Gary Bamford Elementary. What an extraordinary honor and tribute to our husband, father, friend, mentor, role model. Josh, Josie, Greg, and I are so grateful for this tribute to the man we loved. Those of us who knew Gary know that if he were here today, he would tell you that anything he accomplished over his lifetime was made possible only with the help and love of his family, his friends, and the amazing educators surrounding him throughout his career. While Gary definitely would be proud of this honor, he would not want the focus to be solely on him, but also on recognizing this wonderful school. Bamford Elementary, the blue, green, and silver wolves. Wolves are complex, highly intelligent animals who are caring, playful, and above all, devoted to family. Wolves care for each other as individuals. They form friendships. Their pack structure enables communication, the education of the young, and the transfer of knowledge across generations. A family group can persevere for several decades, carrying knowledge and information through the years. Like their talisman, look for great things from these young wolves in the future. The job of maintaining order and cohesion falls largely to the alpha. The alpha female, the mother of the pack, is the glue keeping the pack together. Alyssa, I have no doubt that this school and its principal, Alyssa Poudre, are going to continue a long-standing tradition of Poudre School District excellence. On behalf of myself, Josh, Josie, and Greg, and all the incredible people that filled Gary's life along the way, thank you.
Thank you, Bamford family. I'll never forget the day I called Vicki when I got to tell her that we were going to name this school after Gary, and she had to keep it secret for a really long time. And you did a great job. Thank you for being here with us today. Next, I would like to welcome to the stage a longtime friend of Gary's, Rick Ramirez. I think. Is he not here? There you are. Hiding in the back. This is the first time we get to meet.
Yeah. See, Gary Bamford would say, Ramirez, don't make it about me. Great. It's so easy to talk about the qualities, the characteristics, the most salient parts of Gary Bamford. And so much of what I may have prepared, I'll simply say ditto, 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 double ditto, and ditto. And so for those of you that know me, I'm almost done. Almost. So there's former staff members going, oh gosh, set the timer. But let's do something fun for a second here before I get into just a little bit of what I'd like to share. There are some students here that have done an awesome job in this heat while adults are going. So little ones, please get the wiggles out a little bit. Parents, if you let them stand just a bit, stretch, get a drink. That's it, just one wiggle, one stretch. Boy, do I love your outfit too. You are sharp looking. Nice job. Oh yeah. Another thing that I'd like to share is a little bit of Google research that I did around the howl and the wolf's howl. So howl at the moon. Many of us kind of think we have an idea of what that's about, but no, humans howling at the moon a little bit different than the wolf world. They howl when they celebrate. After a successful hunt, it's a celebration. And so I'm going to invite us to howl in just a moment. It's also, a howl is about bringing the pack together. And you know what? Absolutely, this is going to be one kicking place. And so for the staff and for the parents, for the students and the grandparents, district personnel, and all of you that had a hand in this, the howl is quite simple. We've all tried it. I practiced all the way from Pueblo, my poor mother, 92 years old, totally blind, and going, my son has lost it. So it's very simple. It's simply a or whatever you choose. So what we're going to do right now, in an effort to celebrate a bit and to bring us all just a little bit together, and you know what? Don't act like you're too grown up for this. Honestly, release a couple buttons, and let's do a quick little howl of celebration and coming together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. How sweet is that? That's kind of fun. Let me talk about just a couple things and I'm out of here. Get the hook ready, Scott. So Gary would say, don't make it about me. I won't. I'll make it about what we seek, what we pray for, what we yearn for in our friends, in our colleagues, in our bosses, in our neighbors, with our spouses or our partners. I want to make it about that. We seek people who will listen and truly listen and see me and be present. Students need that. See me. Know my name. Stop calling me my big brother's name. I am not him. And trust me, as little Ramirez, I didn't like being called Frank. And I didn't even try to aspire to it. So listening, we all seek that and we want that. Encouraging. Goodness gracious, good friends, good bosses, good spouses, they listen. Empower. Share the resources. Hey, honey, you got any dough? Well, yeah, here, let's share. empowering staff. But here's one that I want to share with you that I was taught by a dear friend of mine, Dr. Gil Carbajal. I'm almost done. Look at the smiles. Once I told Gil, I really appreciate you spending time with me. And Gil said, you know what, Rick? I don't spend it, I invest it. And I love investing with the people I love and my friends. And you're not a consumer. You know, I walk away with time from you, Rick, and my cup is not always full, but it's not empty. And so you know what? I'm going to encourage us, staff, parents, I'm going to encourage you, support personnel, anyone here, try to change that one piece. I'll tell you, after 74 weeks of vacation with my mother in Pueblo, the gateway to nowhere, the banana belt of the state, I'm on vacation with her. And I've made the absolute best of our quarantine because we get to hang out. I get to hold her hand all the time. I get to sing with her and she doesn't push me away. Mikey and Sue, it's so good to see your faces. But here's what I'm going to encourage us to do. Staff, when you come home from work or when your neighbor asks you, how was your day? You know, sometimes you get paid to lie. So pretend, be a good actress or actor. I got to invest in the lives of my children. Parents, I spent the whole weekend with my kid up at a soccer tournament. No, you invested in your child's life. Folks, let's invest in one another. Vicki, when I saw you earlier, your hug, your greeting, man, that was an investment in this old dog's life. Thank you so much. So try that. Let's try to do that with every individual, not just here with the wolves, but throughout our lives. We can spend it, which is like losing it. But if you invest it, you're growing it. And sorry, Gary, that's what you did. Gary Bamford, you invested in all of our lives, and that's why we love you so dearly. Folks, let's have a great time this school year. Thank you so much for the honor of sharing a few words. And one more time, if for no other reason it makes me have to leave the stage, how about one glorious or two glorious howls? Arr, arr, arr!
I love that. We can all invest in each other, that's for sure. Thank you, Rick. Okay, we are getting close to the end. I would like to welcome some very important speakers to the stage. We have some of our Bamford students, so you guys can start coming on up. We have Molly, Bryn, Brevin, Lauren, Joe, Jackson, Ailey, Gianna, Emily, Afton, and Carter. And they chose all the words that they're going to share with you today, and they're pretty amazing. That's okay, honey.
We will be stepping into a brand new, shiny, high-tech school with new teachers and new opportunities.
We will be in a school with our friends that is close to our home so we can walk.
I'll hold on just Come here, sweetie.
And ride our bikes. We are so excited, and we have a Gaga ball pit. Wolves are leaders, and we are ready to lead. Our hopes and dreams for Bamford are, in 50 years, people will look back with pride at the pictures of Bamford like we see of the older schools in our district. Like a tree gets stronger when it grows, we hope our knowledge will too. We want everyone who enters the doors of Bamford to have a great experience and an epic time. Bamford will be a loving and caring school where we all listen to each other and help each other when we need it. We hope that all students who follow us through the doors of Bamford will enjoy it as much as we will.
We want Bamford to be the best school in the district where students, parents, and teachers feel successful.
As fifth graders, we will set an example and be the first class to graduate as Bamford Wolves. We will be helpful. We will help other students if they get lost. We will be leaders. Wolves are leaders. Bamford was built during COVID and had to be strong. Wolves are strong. We know that as Bamford Wolves, we will be able to stay strong, push through, and do hard things. This year at Bamford is going to be amazing!
I knew they would take the house down. Now, the moment we've been waiting for. It's time to cut that ribbon. So I'd like to call up the Bamford staff and any Bamford students that are here. Sorry, kiddos, should have had you wait over here. They're going to help me cut that ribbon. While they're getting up there, I have just a couple of announcements. We do ask that you wear a mask indoors if you're going in for tours, and we have tons of extra. If you did not bring one, no problem at all. When the ribbon cutting is done, the Bamford staff are going to head back to their classroom because they have lots of excited kids and families that are ready to meet them. And families, you can head in based on that staggered arrival that we spoke about. After that, we will be doing some photos, and Madeline Noblet will announce the groups to come up one at a time. If you're not doing photos, we have our Bamford Ambassadors that will be waiting for you over at the north door over there to give you a guided tour. If all the ambassadors are taken, you're welcome to give yourself your own self-guided tour. Thank you so much for attending this historical event. Let's cut that ribbon.